about, and I'm sure a lot of people already know this story, but to hear it straight from your mouth is kind of awesome. Just talk about where the inspiration for the turtles came from and where this idea came from. These are awkward. I'm going to move these back.
Well, first, let me thank you all for coming. This was awesome. It's even more incredible to share the experience with Ernie. Again, seeing it on the big screen after all these years was just fantastic. So it was great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, and I thank all your parents for all those turtle toys they bought over the years. Kept me from pushing a shopping cart for the rest of my life. Anyways, it was kind of funny because I was a very young artist. I think I was 21 years old. I was trying to sell some of my work to a company that in a small town of Massachusetts, and that's where I met Peter Laird. And we immediately fell in love with the art of Jack Kirby. We both, grew up reading comics, the love of comics. That's all we ever wanted to do. And I think it was funny because I think both our parents thought we'd never move out of the garage or move out of the basement. So when we met and through this love of comics, we tried to submit a few ideas to some bigger companies, Marvel and DC and things like that, but we just, we stacked up the rejection letters, and one day we were sharing the studio in Dover, New Hampshire, this little town, and late one night, I was basically trying to annoy Pete because I used to think he watched the worst TV shows in the world. He watched the A-Team and TJ Hooker and all that stuff. And so when those shows are on, I try to distract him as much as possible. So one night I did this little sketch of a turtle standing upright, had a mask on, nunchucks on, and I put it on his desk, and I said, "This is going to be the next big thing, ha ha ha." And through it, basic studio one-upmanship, and of course I did the drawing first. He had to do one to top it, and of course I had to top his drawing. So I ended up doing this sketch of 4 turtles, each with different weapons. In pencil, and when he inked it, I put this Ninja Turtle, title block on it. When he inked it in, he added the Teenage Mutant part of it. We just looked at it and laughed. We thought, this is really the dumbest thing we've ever seen. And as I love to say, we literally got up the next day. We looked at this drawing again, and because we had no distracting paying work going on, we said, you know what? Let's just try to do this ourselves. If nobody buys even a single copy of this comic book, we're going to write it, we're going to draw it, we're going to borrow some money from all of our friends. And thanks to all you guys, here we are, literally 30 years later, still talking about Ninja Turtles. It's absolutely